2 minutes ago, breaking news out of Washington. Donald Trump is raging as one of America's most critical supply lines slams shut. Rare earth metals, copper, coal, resources that power everything from fighter jets to smartphones, suddenly cut off at the northern border. Canada, America's closest ally, has slammed the door. This isn't just a trade dispute, it's a shockwave running through America's heartland. And tonight, we dive deep into how a single decision in Ottawa could reshape the future of U.S. industry, defense, and global power. Before we go further, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and you'll want to see what's coming up next. Now, let's break down what might be the most dramatic resource standoff of the decade. America's modern economy runs on invisible lifelines, critical minerals, germanium, neodymium, copper, and high-grade coal. Most people don't think about them, but without these minerals, the world we know stops working. Fighter jets need rare earths in their engines. Electric cars depend on specialized batteries made with Canadian metals. Microchips, the brains of every phone and computer, require materials mined north of the border. For decades, Washington assumed these resources would always flow south, guaranteed by friendship and geography. But Canada has just reminded America of a painful truth. Access is never guaranteed. Donald Trump has built his political brand on tariffs and trade wars. He promised to shield American workers from foreign dependence, to put America first. From steel in Pittsburgh to lumber in Detroit, tariffs were supposed to make America stronger. But Canada's announcement flipped the script. Instead of bending under U.S. pressure, Ottawa hit America where it hurts the most, its industrial supply chains. In Detroit, automakers learned that rare metals for EV batteries were frozen. In Phoenix, defense contractors were warned that alloys for weapons programs would be delayed. Across the Midwest, copper orders stalled overnight, threatening thousands of energy projects. An industry analyst summed it up bluntly. Without Canadian inputs, America's industrial base doesn't just slow down, it grinds to a halt. The numbers tell one story, but the human impact tells another. In Michigan, auto workers already bruised by inflation are facing layoffs. In Pennsylvania's steel towns, furnaces risk going cold without Canadian coal. In Silicon Valley, chip makers whisper that production timelines could collapse within months. Imagine an iPhone without its advanced processors, a car without a working battery, or a defense system delayed because copper wiring isn't available. These aren't abstract possibilities. They are realities unfolding now. The shockwaves don't stop at the US border. Europe and Asia are moving fast. Germany dispatched trade envoys within days, hoping to secure copper for its energy transition. Japan and South Korea rushed to sign bilateral agreements, eager to guarantee rare earths before American negotiators could even land in Ottawa. And in Beijing, officials see opportunity. China already dominates global rare earth production. If Canada aligns with them, even informally, the United States faces a dual chokehold unlike anything in its history. Analysts are already calling this the OPEC moment for high-tech industries. Just as oil shocks once redefined geopolitics, this mineral cutoff signals that 21st century power will be measured in who controls the inputs for chips, batteries, and weapons. For Washington, the optics are humiliating. A superpower that once guaranteed global stability is now scrambling for resources from its closest ally. Inside the Pentagon, planners are alarmed. Fighter jet production schedules could slip. Satellite upgrades may be delayed. Missile programs face shortages in essential alloys. Every delay in copper delivery, one aerospace official warned, is a delay in national security. Even NATO is uneasy. Fighter jets, radar systems, missile platforms all rely on rare earths now withheld by Canada. If America can't secure minerals from its neighbor, how can it guarantee resources for allies? Wall Street has noticed. Tech stocks are sliding. Automaker shares are tumbling. Construction companies are warning investors about rising costs. Copper futures are at decade highs. Rare earth prices are spiking daily. Economists project that consumer electronics could rise 15 to 20% in cost by mid-2026 if shortages persist. For the average American family, that means cars thousands of dollars more expensive, housing prices climbing as steel grows scarce, everyday electronics, from laptops to refrigerators, suddenly out of reach. America, a country accustomed to abundance, is waking up to scarcity. In Washington, the political backlash is building. Senators from mining states are demanding emergency hearings. Governors in the Midwest are pleading for federal relief. Union leaders are furious. One steelworker in Gary, Indiana, put it simply, "We were told tariffs would protect us. Now we're the ones paying the price." The irony is cutting. Trump promised leverage and independence. Instead, Canada has shown just how dependent America truly is. For Canada, the move is pragmatic. By halting shipments, Ottawa elevates itself from quiet partner to global power broker. Every contract signed with Japan, Germany, or South Korea reinforces Canada's image as a gatekeeper of the modern economy. For decades, Canadians watched as America dominated global headlines. Now, they hold the resources that fuel America's future. It's a psychological shift as much as an economic one. On the world stage, Canada is no longer just a neighbor. It is a resource superpower. The deeper issue isn't just this week's disruption, it's the lesson it teaches. Superpowers rarely fall from a single blow. They decline through a series of shocks, each one eroding confidence until the world adjusts to a new balance. In the 1970s, America feared oil shocks. In the 1940s, it rationed steel and rubber. Today, the rare earth shock is our generation's crisis. The question is simple. Can the United States adapt quickly enough? Domestic mining could help, but new projects take years and face environmental opposition. Recycling programs exist, but scaling them is slow. Partnerships with Australia, Chile, and Africa might diversify supply, but they can't replace Canada overnight. There is no quick fix. America is entering a new era where scarcity, not abundance, defines policy. For the moment, Canada sits at the center of a global bidding war. If Ottawa leans toward Asia, America risks permanent sidelining. If it diversifies to Europe, NATO's supply chains shift. Meanwhile, American industries are quietly preparing for the worst. Some auto executives are scouting Canadian sites for relocation. Semiconductor firms are considering partnerships in Asia. The fear isn't just temporary layoffs, but permanent hollowing out of America's industrial base. For ordinary families, the consequences will soon be visible at dealerships, hardware stores, and checkout counters. Higher prices, fewer choices, longer waits. America once believed its industries were unshakable, its supply lines guaranteed. Canada has delivered a stark reminder: whoever controls the minerals controls the machines, and whoever controls the machines controls the future. This is not just a trade dispute, it's a turning point in global power. The question now is simple: can America adapt in time, or will this be remembered as the moment the world discovered that U.S. power had limits? If you found this breakdown valuable, hit like and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing you in-depth reporting on the global shifts reshaping trade, technology, and security. Don't forget to ring the bell, because the next disruption to America's future may already be unfolding.